Hello everyone and welcome back to moonmothgoddess Tarot. Thank you guys all so much for being here, your continued love and support here on the channel. Today's pick a card reading, we are doing what are their intentions and next actions for your connection. So this is about you and your love interest. What are their intentions and next actions for your connection? So we do have three choices for you guys here today. For group one, we're going to do this rose quartz. Intentions and next actions. Group two, you are going to be this rhodonite heart. Group three, you are going to be this agate. It's actually a Druzy agate. So that is for group three. So again, what are their intentions and next actions for this connection? Timestamps will be down below for you guys, and I will see you at your reading. Hi group one, so those of you that resonate with the rose quartz, this is going to be your reading today, and this is actually the third time I'm trying to record your pile. There's been some really funky energy coming through with this pile, and I was like, no, I don't want to read this kind of energy. So I tried to, just kind of sit here and think about what is going on here. And the majority of the energy that was kind of coming through here with this, and I'm going to see, of course, when we're pulling the cards again to see if it's coming through again. But more or less what I feel like is happening in this group is that there's a situation with this person that feels that this person is not being clear about what they want and what their intentions are. And I do feel like this person is someone who does have feelings with you, and whether that's them being in denial or there was this energy coming through of a person who has a fear of commitment, a fear of committing to the relationship. And there's feelings involved with this person. And so I feel like deep down in this person's heart that they can see themselves having a relationship with you, especially for those of you where you've never had a commitment with this person yet, where they can see themselves having a relationship with you, but they're not committing to it. They're more or less keeping themselves in a place where they're treating it casually. And, and it may be very confusing for you, because I'm kind of sitting here trying to do this, and it's like, it's confusing for me. Like, what is this person doing? Because there's feelings that are there, and I feel like this person can see themselves being in a connection with you, a commitment, but it's like they're not taking the steps towards actually doing it. Like there's resistance there with, committing and just kind of allowing the relationship to further develop. And I feel that it can be confusing for you, because this person could certainly be giving you some mixed signals here, where it's kind of like you can feel that this person's into you, that they have feelings for you. And then sometimes they might act distant or detached and confusing you, like, what are we doing? So I'm figuring maybe some of you that have chosen this pile are in a friends with benefits situation, or even a situationship, and you can tell that there's feelings that are there between the two of you. You can tell that there's attraction, you can tell that there's a connection there, but it's like this person is resisting, and maybe, like I said, maybe that means in denial of their feelings, not voicing them to you. and more or less kind of just treating the situation very casually. And so perhaps there has been some red flags for you that you're kind of noticing about this person's patterns of behavior. So yeah, and this is the third time I'm trying to do this, and I'm just like, what is going on? Because this energy feels, I mean, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So I was like, no, I don't want to do this kind of reading right now. Um, so I just, kind of like reshuffled, cleared the energy again, and then went trying to go back in and do it, and it was the same thing. So I'm just, if it shows up again, then I feel like this is for you. Group 1, somebody's going through this mess. Okay, so let's see. We have number 28, knowing, and it says divination, converse, energy, and free will. So let's do this again. Group 1, what are their intentions and next actions for this connection? Their intentions and next actions. Yes, it's like the same cards keep coming out. We get the 7 of Wands, the World, 6 of Pentacles. There's the 6 of Cups again. It came out all the times. The Lovers, the Hermit, 5 of Swords. There's the Hierophant. We got the Lovers, the Hermit, the Hierophant, the 5 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, again, again, and then we have Justice in reverse. Yeah, and underneath the deck, I'm seeing the 3 of Cups, and then the Knight of Wands is right underneath that with the King of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and the Moon is here again. So yes, this feels like a person who feels a connection to you, but they're not committing. There's some self-sabotaging or sabotaging of the connection. Like this person is choosing to stay more or less withdrawn. We have Justice in reverse, which is basically Spirit saying here, justice in reverse is an injustice, meaning that there is an imbalance here. It could be that there is unequal give and take in the relationship, meaning that someone is wanting to put in more time, more effort, more energy, more love than the other person is willing to do. And it can also talk about when a person is not treating the other person fairly, not being honest. And I that's kind of what I was getting here, is like this person is not being straightforward about what their intentions are. Like, what do you actually want? Because it feels like the person feels that there is an undeniable connection, bond between you and them. And it looks like this person has an issue surrounding relationship, commitment. I will say, I have to say this because it is here. Those of you that are in a marriage with this person or already in a serious relationship, it kind of looks like this person might be, and this is of course should be something that is confirming what you already feel with inside of yourself is happening to your relationship. But for those of you that have been dealing with difficulties in your marriage or in your long-term relationship, it kind of feels that the person that you're with could be potentially pursuing an end to the marriage, to the relationship, to the commitment, okay? And that could be if there has been a lot of turmoil that has been happening in your situation, a lot of fighting, arguing, toxicity, that may have happened. Now, another thing that I'm seeing here is for those of you that have had a breakup with this person, you've been in a relationship with them and you had a breakup, and perhaps, with the Justice card in reverse and the Five of Swords being here, that there has been perhaps some of you feeling betrayed by the person, or they feel betrayed by you, or there was, either one of you hurting one another in terms of the actions that you took, or something that was said in conversation or an argument between the two of you. And so I feel like if that is the case, it could be that this person is second guessing whether or not to reconcile the relationship. They may still certainly be upset. There might be some resentment, some anger, and even being a little bit defensive and withdrawn. So if you have had a recent breakup with this person, they may be feeling like you treated them unfairly, or, if the two of you were arguing and they treated you unfairly, there is an energy of being withdrawn here. I do feel like there's still feelings that are involved. It kind of feels like emotions are kind of running high in this situation. And I feel that this person is choosing to stay withdrawn right now, especially for those of you that have had a breakup with this person, and there's still kind of like that energy of tension or conflict between you and them. It kind of feels like they're choosing more or less to keep up the defenses, stay withdrawn. There could be a lot of self-sabotaging thoughts that are kind of going on in their mind right now. And they may not necessarily be ready to go back into the relationship and recommit to it. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for some of you. Now, for those of you that have never had a relationship with this person before, I do, because I said there's feelings that are here. There's a bond that's here. There's a connection. But I do feel like this person is someone who's afraid of committing. And, that you could be dealing with a person who's had a very toxic relationship type of past, meaning that they have trust issues, and, they could have been betrayed in the past. They could have been in a very toxic relationship in which their last partner or a previous partner may have treated them very poorly. And because of that, they are someone who could still be dealing with a lot of those energies. And that could certainly be something that's interfering with your connection. And it may put this person in a place where they feel that they are afraid of opening up to a new relationship because of fears and insecurities that they have because of what's happened to them in the past. Okay? This energy feels very challenging. Like I said, this is the third time that I've been trying to record your pile for you. And the difficult energy keeps coming through. So it kind of feels like there's a lot that's going on here. And, I feel like this person acknowledges that there is this connection between the two of you, but there is a fear that this person has of opening up. I feel like in some way, for somebody, this person has a fear of losing you because they know that the connection's there, but they might also feel like, I'm not ready for that serious level of commitment, because they have doubts. There's doubts in their mind. There's insecurities. There's fears. And some of you, this person might even be feeling of that, like, I don't want to settle down. I'm too afraid to commit because I don't want to get hurt again. And I feel like their mind is kind of filled with those self-sabotaging thoughts. So some of you, there could certainly be some red flags, that are coming up with the way that this person moves, or, because even if there's feelings that are involved here, just because we have feelings doesn't mean that, we're going to be able to have a stable, secure relationship. You know, we need a little bit more than that. We need a person who's going to really commit and to commit to building a solid foundation for the relationship. So, like I said, there's feelings that are here, but it kind of feels like there's a lot of resistance here surrounding either for some of you reconciling, getting back together, or you're dealing with a person who's got some serious wounds here that they've got to work on healing and working on themselves because they do feel the connection with you, but it's something that's kind of blocking them. Their past is blocking them from being able to really fully commit to the relationship. Now, for those of you where, like I said, you're already married to this person or you've already been in a committed relationship with them and you have been having issues and problems and fighting and arguing and you are going through a difficult time, there are thoughts here of ending the relationship or ending the marriage. And for some of you, that could be divorce. Okay. So what I want to do is pull some oracle cards here. And I kept trying to reshuffle here because I was like, I don't want to give this kind of message today, Spirit. I don't want to do this kind of reading today because, you know, this can be discouraging, especially if you're really into this person, you really care about them, you really love them, and wanting this relationship to work. But, you know, this is the third time I'm trying to record this and the message is still the message. So this has to be for someone here that needs to hear this. I don't feel like Spirit would be so insistent upon bringing the same energy out here. So there's clearly something that somebody needs to see or hear in this message. And if it is something that resonates with you and you feel that within yourself, you know, then that message is for you. If it doesn't, if it makes you feel confused and you feel like, I don't know what she's talking about, it's not your message. Okay, I would suggest choosing a different pile. So let's see, what are their intentions and next actions? It does kind of, because with the Hermit energy being here, this is a very withdrawn energy. So, you know, this person could be being, like I said, a little bit on the defense. There could still be some tension here or some trust issues, or if you guys had a fight or an argument, it could be that this person is feeling the need to just kind of pull back and withdraw, which may be their intention right now is like, I need my space. I need time to heal. I need to focus on myself right now. You know, they may not necessarily be interested in reconciling or into pursuing a serious committed relationship. You know, the thought is certainly here, but it kind of looks like this person is blocking this. So let's see, what are their intentions and next actions for this connection for group 2? We have selfish intentions. And then we have is smitten by you. And not taking things seriously. And I just saw lust and desires. Their intentions and next actions for this connection. We have resilient love connection. Thinks you're too needy or clingy, needing space. And it says feelings are stronger than they will admit. So I want to see, how are they being selfish here? What are the... And underneath the deck, we have settling for less than you deserve. And that might be a message from Spirit for you, okay? Especially if you feel like this person isn't taking this connection seriously, then this could be Spirit saying you need to... You maybe let this person go, okay? So if that resonates, take that. If not, just don't worry about it. Let's see. What is the selfish intentions here? What is this person doing? 3 of Swords. 6 of Wands. We have the 9, yeah, the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is more about that would be one of the cards within the tarot that would be more selfish, okay? The Nine of Cups, yes, it can be a beautiful card of wish fulfillment and, you know, feeling satisfied, fulfilled. But this is more about the self-fulfillment. The nines connect to the Hermit, okay? The Hermit card, which is a 9. The Hermit is about solitude, introspection. It's an energy of you know, spending some time alone. So the Nine of Cups is about personal happiness, personal satisfaction. So if you're in, you know, I want to say a situationship or a friends with benefits situation with this person, you know, we do have the Three of Swords here, which talks about heartbreak, pain, betrayal. And the Six of Wands is about, you know, being in the spotlight, receiving attention. If this person is someone who is not wanting to settle down and is only worried about themselves and their needs being met, you know, and not really committing here, then that can certainly be something where they are not really taking your feelings into consideration, you know. Certainly having their own needs met, especially if they're not committing here and showing you, right, truly committing into this. Now, for those of you where you're already in a committed partnership or you are married to this person, you know, sometimes we do need, okay, because I feel like this can go some different ways. I feel like sometimes we do have to put ourselves first. Sometimes we do have to think about ourselves and whether or not we do feel happy. So for those of you where you've had a breakup with this person, or, you know, you've been married to this person, or you've been in a committed relationship and you guys have been fighting and arguing, then this person might be feeling the need to put themselves first and say, okay, you know, I need to acknowledge my own happiness right now. And I want to be happy, and I want to do things that make me happy or be a part of things that are happy. And so they might decide that ending the relationship or choosing to stay broken up could be what they need right now. Or if there's someone who you've been dealing with who you've never had a relationship with them, and they are someone who is still healing from toxic relationships and they don't feel like they're ready yet, right? They may be, you know, feeling that they have to put their needs first, or they're focusing on themselves, their own needs here. So, you know, like I said, with the settling for less than you deserve and the person not taking things seriously and being more selfish about it, I feel like when you hear those words, like I said, when we're listening to any type of, you know, reading, general readings on YouTube or any other platform, you want to make sure that those messages are confirming what your intuition is already telling you, okay? And if they don't, then, like I said, they're not your message, because this reading here, although it's not great, you know, it's not the greatest news to hear, that I tried. I put the cards back and I was like, no, Spirit, I'm not doing this. I don't want to do this right now. I just woke up and I was trying to get some readings done this morning, Saturday morning. And I'm, you know, this is the first thing that Spirit just kind of drops on my lap. And I was like, no, I'm not doing this. So I put the cards back, reshuffled, cleared the energy here, and did it again. And it was the same thing. And then here we are, third time, same thing, same energy. So if you truly feel that this person is not taking your feelings into consideration, they're not putting the dedicated and committed effort, this can quite literally be Spirit telling you here that you are settling for less than you deserve, you know? Because even if there are feelings and you both acknowledge, okay, yes, there's a connection, but where is it going? Is this person making you a priority? Are they committing to your relationship? You know, those are things that, you know, you have to take into consideration, you know, even if they are someone who does have the feelings here and the feelings are more than what they're actually telling you, but yet their actions are the complete opposite. You know, we can't force someone to be with us or to stay with us or to do any of that. We do have the Six of Swords also that flew out in reverse. And, you know, this can most certainly talk about a person who, I want to say it's keeping in this energy here in that Five of Swords, because they could be reverting back into certain patterns of behavior, you know, old ways of thinking, having difficulty with overcoming certain challenges that may have been taking place in your relationship, where you might feel like, okay, they're trying, they're showing me they're trying, it gets better, and then it ends up being temporary, where it just kind of goes right back into the same situation, you know? So this will have to be something that you really, I feel like you really watch for. What is this resilient love connection here? Ace of Cups. We have the Death card and the Ten of Swords. You know, and what I feel with this message here is that Spirit, and I'm seeing the star here, you know, that Spirit is saying that it is possible, you know, for people to change, for people to grow, and to heal what needs to be healed. But we can't fix people. You know, it's their job to work on themselves, as well as they cannot fix us. You know, we have to heal ourselves. I do feel like Spirit is saying that you guys do love each other. You guys do have feelings for each other. And it is possible to heal the relationship, the connection, the selves. But both people have to be willing and wanting to do that. You know, not reverting back into behavior or bad behavior, because if you have, right, been a lot of fighting and arguing and being defensive and trust issues, you know, you can either continue to allow that energy control the relationship and take over, where it makes it unfair for both of you and unbalanced for both of you, or you can decide to really take a look at what energies we're contributing into the relationship. What are we bringing in? You know, what kind of insecurities do we have going on? Or what kind of energy are they bringing into this? And how are we working together in this? And, you know, if one person is willing to try and to change and to transform and to become a better version of themselves, but the other person is not, it's not going to work that way, right? And I feel like that's why Spirit's saying here with the Justice card in reverse, there's an imbalance here. Okay. So, of course, you know, all of you are going to be in some very different situations, and you have to do what you ultimately feel is best for you and your highest good, to either keep yourself in this situation or to move on from it, you know. Let's see what this settling for less than you deserve is here. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is about change. It's also cycles. Let's see what else. Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. And I feel for some of you, this is Spirit, and I don't feel, again, all of you, because this is a general reading. There's going to be many of you watching this. But with the whole settling for less than you deserve, if you feel that when I say that, and you feel that that rings true for you, the Wheel of Fortune is about change. And it's about going with the flow. And I honestly feel like for those of you where you feel you are, and you know it, settling for less than you deserve, that with the Page of Cups energy here, that this is Spirit trying to bring in new love for you, a fated love connection, something that is more in alignment with you. And you have to feel secure in knowing that That if you do move away from something that isn't serving you, and that you know, yes, I do deserve better than this, right? That Spirit is going to align you with that. But we have to, also let go of what doesn't serve. If we feel like something's not in alignment for us, no matter how much we might love the person or care about them or the history that we have with them, we have to really kind of take a look at their actions. Are they taking it seriously? Are they committing? How are they treating you? How is the dynamic between the two of you and the connection? These are things to pay attention to, right? Sometimes we ignore those red flags and then we're invested, and then we're just like, how did I get here? Right? So I feel for some of you, this is where Spirit is genuinely encouraging you to move forward from this connection and to feel and create a sense of self, a sense of identity, a sense of security within yourself, and knowing that if you do move on from this connection, that Spirit is aligning you with the person that you're meant to be with. This is going to be a new love connection for you. Okay? All right, so let's see if there's let's get some advice for you, group 1. So I feel like this has certainly been a little bit of a challenging pile. Okay, so what is group 1's advice? We have exposed here, preparation, and mimicry. Yeah, I feel like Spirit's saying here that you're going to notice a repeat cycle with this person. Okay? A repeat cycle here is going to be revealed to you. And you may already be kind of seeing it, but I feel like Spirit's wanting to prepare you. I'm seeing insight here and resistance at the bottom. And abundance is right there, and so is warning, okay? Because I feel like what Spirit's saying here is that some of you might be noticing a repeat pattern with this person that's not changing. And Spirit is trying to help you, to provide you with giving you insight or provide a warning here. And with the resistance and abundance, I feel like Spirit's saying that as you're holding on to this person in this connection, or trying to resist the relationship ending even, and trying to hold on to it. And, like I said, when you're trying to work out, right, work on things and trying to work on a relationship, both people have to want to do that. It doesn't work if one person wants to and the other person isn't doing it, right? Both people have to be on the same page. And so for, some of you, it might work where you and your person are like, okay, we love each other and we want to both change, grow, and we're committing ourselves to doing so, and it might be better for you. But for some of you, I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like you might find yourself in a situation where these cycles keep repeating themselves over and over again. And I feel like that's where Spirit's trying to come in with the warning here. And also the message is that if you're resisting, right, if we're trying to hold on to something that is not for us, is not meant for us, or that we are deserving of better, Spirit's trying to bring in the abundance in the form of a new love connection, one that is for you. And you could be resisting that, and resisting through holding on to something that doesn't serve you. And that resistance there could be the energy block that prevents your frequency, your vibration from elevating into aligning with the energy of the new person. We can look at the abundance, that form of abundance, as you're allowing yourself to receive. So if you let go, right, especially if you know this person is not in alignment for you, if you let go, this is going to release the resistance with the new coming in, the new person coming in, the right one coming in. So I do want to look at what the warning is here. Page of Wands, Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, for some of you, I feel like this warning here, and look at this, the High Priestess is here. High Priestess is your inner knowing. It's your intuition that's trying to warn you here. And for some of you, there could be a lot of confusion or a lot of maybe even for some of you, denial, missing the red flags or not wanting to look at those red flags. We've got the Page of Wands and the King of Wands here. And so this is a lot of very sensual, passionate energy that's here. Okay, so it could be a lot of physical that's going on between this person. It could be super intense and passionate, and you may feel super drawn into this person, but I do feel like Spirit's saying you're needing to see beyond that. You're needing to see, for some of you, where this person may not necessarily be, you know, committing to the relationship. They could be certainly focused on themselves. They could be, you know, the page is going to be a little bit more immature in terms of their actions towards you, meaning that they could very well show you that they're reverting back into the same pattern of behavior where they're retreating into themselves, they're being withdrawn, you know, which is furthering you into that place of confusion, you know, with not knowing what they're doing here. So we have the Queen of Swords here at the bottom, and the Queen of Swords is about us looking at something clearly. It's about using discernment, you know, with something that your intuition is telling you here, or trying to warn you about, something that some of you could be in denial about. So I do want to see what this Two of Swords is here. The Hangman is a need for a change of perspective. And then we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is an illusion. Okay. So this person could be, for some of you, creating the illusion. There could be some deception here. And this is where Spirit is kind of wanting you to take a step back, right, from this person, from this situation, so that you can see the illusion as that Queen of Swords, you know? The Seven of Swords is about being sneaky, trying to get away with something, a person who could be an avoidant, a person who could be running from the truth or from what their real intentions are here, which, like I said, it kind of looks like there's resistance here surrounding commitment, and they could be playing the mind games, or, you know, the connection could be so passionate and so intense, and then again, knowing that there's feelings that are there, but what are they doing with it? You know, because whether they admit it or not, what are they showing you in terms of the level of making you a priority, committing to the relationship, and making you feel secure and safe and stable in that relationship, especially for those of you where you haven't had that with this person. So this is where you're going to have to really be mindful here of paying attention to what subtleties your intuition is giving to you, of what you're choosing not to see, or for some of you, you just don't see it. Right? You could be blinded to it. And so I feel like Spirit's saying here with the Seven of Swords, you know, that card is about deception, about illusion, being sneaky, trying to get away with something. And the Hangman is about the change of perspective. It's also about insight and enlightenment. So Spirit is trying to enlighten you, right, about this person, perhaps something that you're not seeing, or for you to be that Queen of Swords, to see beyond a person's BS, to see through the lies, to see through the illusion, to see through to the truth of who they really are and what they're doing. And this is why it's so important for us to notice the details, right? How are they moving? How are they acting? What are they saying? And pay attention, because, you know, actions can say a lot, right? Their silence can also say a lot in what they're not saying to you, as far as, you know, how they're treating this situation here for you. So I feel like that's what Spirit's trying to give you, is a different perspective here, and trying to warn you about, you know, are we also deceiving ourselves? You know, because that can also be the case too, is our own feelings deceiving us into staying in a situation and, you know, not receiving what we really desire here with this person. And are we deceiving ourselves to think that we are going to get it here? And all the while, there's a pattern that's playing out, or a cycle that's playing out over and over and over again, where you're not really getting to where you want to be, right, with this person. Or for those of you that have been in a serious relationship or a commitment, and it has been kind of feeling like things have been very challenging and falling apart, are we keeping ourselves stuck in an illusion where we need to really see the situation for what it is, and perhaps, not resist, say, the relationship ending if we really honestly feel like it would be better, even though it could be painful, right? To go through divorce or to go through a breakup, it can be painful, but it's also us also honoring our own heart, our own inner knowing, our own feelings, so that we're not deceiving ourselves into holding on to a connection that we don't really feel is for us. Sometimes we outgrow relationships. um, you know, that can also be the case here. And that's where I kind of feel is like Spirit's wanting you to kind of take a step back, look at your situation, and try to look at it from Queen of Swords energy, meaning with logic. Sometimes our emotions can cloud our judgment, and we might feel like, oh, well, I love this person, I care about them, I have history with them, I've been with them for so long. But we've got to move that out of the way. We don't want our decisions to be so heavily influenced by emotions, because emotions can certainly create an illusion or clouded judgment. We want to be able to use both, right? Yes, I do feel this way towards this person, but Queen of Swords, what is the reality of the situation? What's the truth of this situation? What's the logical thing here to do? Am I being honest with myself about this person, about this situation? What is my intuition saying here? Your intuition is saying there's something that you're not seeing. You're not seeing the illusion here. You're not seeing the deception. Whether it's this person deceiving you, or this entire situation in some way is deceiving you, or you're seeing something, or not seeing something rather, that Spirit is trying to bring to your attention here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave this here for you, group 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, group 2. So those of you that resonate with the Rhodonite heart, this is going to be a reading today. So we're finding out what are their intentions and next actions for this connection. So let's see what your oracle card is. We have number 37, Enchanted, and it says childlike wonder, fae, and gateways. So let's pull your tarot. Group 2, what are their intentions and next actions for this connection? We have the 9 of Cups, the Sun, we have the King of Cups, the 3 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, we have the 7 of Cups, the Chariot, the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So I'm feeling some some pretty good energy with this pile. I will say this. The way that your energy is coming through here is really beautiful. Don't pay attention to the time that is spent doing other piles, okay? Pile 1 and pile 3. Because I just got done with pile 1 and it was very challenging. So their reading was definitely something that took a little bit longer. I know sometimes people leave comments and say, why is this pile, why did you spend so much time on that pile and not on this one? You don't want that. You don't want that, because what the energy came through with group 1 was extremely challenging. So This is beautiful, okay? So feel, bad that I'm not, this is going to be a lot easier, okay? Is what I'm trying to say. It's a lot less complicated. Okay, so you have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is beautiful. So I'm getting good vibes from this pile. I feel that this person is someone who is very into you, okay? Very into you. This person might dream about you, fantasize about you, and it kind of feels like this person is on like a high of love and emotions and feelings, and it's such a beautiful energy. We have enchanted here, and it says childlike wonder, the fae, and gateways. And what I get from that is that your person is someone who the love that they feel towards you is so deep and so sweet that it gives you that youthful feeling of kind of like childlike. Remember how, like, when you're a lot younger and you have like your first experience with like falling in love, maybe that's your first love, and you remember that feeling that you get of like that giddiness and that excitement and playful in energy. That's what this person is experiencing about you. Okay, it's a very sweet, very beautiful energy, and I feel that this person is someone who is fallen deep for you. And I feel that this person does have good intentions, that they are someone who is wanting to continue to pursue you and because they're happy. They're happy that they've met you. They're happy that they've connected with you. They're feeling in love. They're feeling content, satisfied, happy. They could be wanting, some of you, there's a message here about the next actions could be introducing you to people that they care about, people that are close to them. Now that could be their friends, it could be their family that they introduce you to. The next actions for some of you could be asking you out on a date, taking the next step in your connection, whatever would be appropriate for you. But it looks like this person is super excited to see where things go with you, and keeping that level of communication, spending time with each other, having fun, going out. This person is feeling very excited, very motivated, very positive about the connection that they have with you. And there's an intense passion. It feels like passionate love. Like they're just head over heels in this connection with you. And I feel like this person is thinking of, like, the way that they feel emotionally about you is that it's kind of putting them in that, that childlike energy. And child energy is imagination, right? Imagining things. And so I feel like this person is feeling excited about thinking about where this connection will lead to, where it will go, and, dreaming big dreams, big visions, because they feel happy with the two of you, continuing to connect with each other and just kind of see where it goes. We do have the Wheel of Fortune here, which is about, flexibility and change, positive change, and about going with the flow. So I think I do want to, let's see. We're asking today, what are their intentions? I feel like they're honest, they're pure, they're very loving, they're very sweet. This person's very happy, okay? Very happy with you, spending time with you, being around you. This person cares about you a lot. This person could be wanting to pursue a romantic relationship with you, okay, if you're not already in a relationship with them. What else? Their actions here. Like I said, for some of you, the actions could be asking you out on a date. For others of you, it will be introducing you to their friends and family. What else here? For some of you, it could be taking the next step okay? Whatever's appropriate. For some of the next actions are going to be communicating their feelings to you. Or maybe even asking you to be their partner, okay? Do you want to be my girlfriend? Let's see. Let's look at the Chariot. I want to look at that. Okay, so we do have Leo energy here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We've also got, let's see, Aquarius and Taurus energy here. Why is the Chariot here? Temperance, Sagittarius, Magician, and the Hermit. Okay, so we've also got Gemini, Virgo energy here. Hierophant is at the bottom. Yeah, so this person, I certainly feel like the idea of commitment, long-term relationship is here. So it makes me feel like this person, if you guys are dating, like they're dating for love. They're dating for you know what, especially if you're wanting a committed partnership. They're dating for the right reasons. They're dating to fall in love. They're dating to be in a relationship and to find their person. So I do feel like this person's intentions are genuine. Like they're wanting to find their person. They're wanting to find their partner, their spouse. And so far it kind of looks like this person's feeling very strongly connected to the idea of, is that you? You know, we do have Temperance here. Temperance is about being patient and about, with the changes. So there's steady progress and changes and moving forward. So it kind of feels like this person's just, kind of playing it by ear, see what happens, see how things unfold. But the intention is positive here, more or less. Like, I like what we have here. I like how we're getting closer to each other, how we're bonding with each other. And I'm interested to kind of see where this goes. That's positive, right? That's positive news with this person. The Magician is about focused intention and willpower. So I do feel like this person has the willpower to say, okay, I do feel like it's appropriate for us to move forward now. Like it feels good, it feels right, but they're also not in a hurry, just kind of seeing how things flow and how things go with you. And taking some time to say, okay, how do I feel? Do I like this? Okay, let's take the next step. That's how I feel like this person is kind of navigating things in this connection with you. What do I want to see? I want to pull some oracle here and see what else. What are their intentions and next actions? Some of you, this could be messaging you. This could be, we've got questioning compatibility. Okay, so do we like each other? Are we vibing? It could also be traveling, especially for those of you where you guys do live at a distance from each other. This could be traveling to come see you, pursuing you. We've got both the Page of Wands and the King of Wands energy here. Let's see what else. What are their intentions and next actions for this connection? Okay, so we've got dreams of a future with you. Let's see what else. Dreams of a future with you. Because the Seven of Cups, we do have that, that energy of imagination missing you. Imagination, daydreaming, fantasizing, thinking about options, choices, right? In terms of the way that they feel like, where could this go? And, of course, we want to make sure that the person that we're getting involved with, we're compatible in all areas of life. Like, do we want the same thing? Do we have the same beliefs? Do we have the same values? Do we want the same thing in life? Do we have the same vision for the future? Yeah, I'm seeing at the bottom, can't get you off their mind. Let's see. And then we have cares about you, stable, secure, and dependable. And then we have love and marriage. Okay. So all positive. So yeah, if you look at the length of time that I spent for pile 1, no, just trust. If this is resonating for you and this is kind of reflective of what you've got going on with your person, then don't worry about it. This is beautiful. So we've got a stable and secure energy, dependable. So like I said, I kind of feel like this person has pure intentions. They are someone who is dating for love, dating for commitment, relationship, trying to find their person. You know, they could be interested or seeing you in that way. I mean, some of you may have even talked about that, you know, talked about planning a future together and having a family, getting married for some of you. I do want to look at the questioning compatibility here. Let's see that. What is the questioning compatibility here? The Moon. Okay. 3 of Swords. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Let's get one more. Ace of Wands. Okay. Now, the Ace of Wands is about potential. You know, there's chemistry between the two of you guys. I do feel with the Moon energy being present, the Moon can certainly talk about uncertainty, doubts that we might have, you know, and I feel like this person is, you know, of course not wanting to get hurt. I do want to see what's in this Moon energy here. Oops. What is that? The Page of Swords. 5 of Swords. And the 8 of Cups. Yeah, so with this 5 of Swords energy, and this is more or less something that's kind of happening within this person's subconscious, okay? You know, anytime we're dating somebody or getting to know someone, we might have that inner voice, right? In the back of our mind that's just kind of warning us in some way, you know, don't get hurt, watch this, watch that. So, you know, this person could very well be someone who has, you know, like most of us, many of us, have been hurt in the past. And so I feel like this person is, you know, they're open here, right? With building and with connecting, but this person is really paying attention, you know, to how you guys get along. And the Page of Swords energy is kind of like a detective, like studying, researching, gathering information. So it's kind of like that person is in this space of, you know, everything feels good right now, but I'm still studying you. I'm still learning about you. We're learning about each other. We want to make sure that, you know, we are getting along with each other, that, you know, and if this person is someone who's had a past, you know, toxic relationships, or even has been betrayed in the past, or, you know, people who've hurt them with their words or with their actions, it's like this person wants to make sure that they don't repeat that, you know, that they're making sure that the person who they choose to be with is going to be the right person. And so I feel like that, you know, there is a certain level of discernment that's here. And this person, because of that, of course, there's going to be those little fears that pop in, like, am I making the right choice? Is this the right person for me? You know, is it appropriate to take the next step? Do I feel like we're getting along here? Do I feel like this is balanced? Do I feel like are we supporting each other? So it's kind of like this person is putting a lot of very deep thought, right, into making sure that you are the right person, you know, as they should be, right? And you should very well be doing the same thing, looking at everything, right? That's the Page of Swords, looking at all the things, all the details, and making sure that you guys are compatible. Because with moving forward in the way that this person is, you know, kind of trying to find their person, we don't want to rush right into something and then find out, a year later we've had our first fight and we can't resolve it. You know, we want to look at all of those things that are going to be important here. So the person sees the potential of what this could be, where it could go, but there might be that little voice inside that's saying, be careful, you know, if there's any kind of issues that come up, you know, they would have to be smart and to walk away from it, you know, to let go of it. If it turns out to be something that becomes very toxic, or if it's a repeat of certain experiences that they may have had in the past. And I feel like communication is going to be super important for you and this person, okay, to be able to work through that as well, that you're clear, you know, because certainly as you're building a relationship with someone or building a connection with someone, there is going to be things that come up, right? There's going to be conflict some way, somehow. There's going to be something that could be triggering, or, you know, that we have to learn how to talk things out and be emotionally supportive towards people. So yeah, I just kind of feel like it's a little bit of that, you know, where the person's just kind of making sure everything is good. So I do want to get some advice for you here. Group 2, what are their intentions and next actions? Any advice here? We have survival. Advice for group 2. Self-interest. We also have fear. Community. Distance. And sacred space. Now, some of you, yes, you could be a distance connection with this person. This might even include, you know, moving, uprooting, you know, where you would have to move, they'd have to move. Yeah, some of you, there could be relocation here, moving to a new community, for either one of you. This could be aligning your lives, right? Certainly aligning your lives and building together. Yeah, and I feel like what Spirit's saying here is don't be afraid, you know, of certainly voicing what your fears are, your concerns are, what your desires are. It's important for you to keep that communication open and letting this person know. You know, because like I said, I kind of feel like this person is taking things seriously and wanting to ensure that you are the right person. I kind of feel like they have, like I said, good energy from you and feeling pretty positive. Okay. They may, you know, either one of you might have some fears about, you know, relocating or even moving in together, you know, trying to really work towards building your life with each other. And so I do feel like it's important for both of you, you know, to work on communicating openly about what you envision and whether or not it matches what their vision is. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of really opening up, being vulnerable. Of course, discernment is always something we should use, but it's important for you to kind of really open up. If you've got any kind of like walls up or guard up, you know, lower them, lower the guards, and really kind of open up, because vulnerability is required, you know, for us to really connect and bond with someone deeply. You know, and we have to also be that Page of Swords too, where we're just kind of paying attention to the person's words and actions and, you know, like I said, not rushing into things, but just kind of keeping things calm, grounded, balanced, and focusing on present moment and building versus, you know, future thinking. Focus on the here and now and being present with the person and working on that foundation. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave this here for you, group 2. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, group 3. So those of you that resonated with the Druzy Agate, this is going to be a reading today. So we're finding out what are your person's intentions and next actions for your connection. So let's look at your oracle. We've got number 44 with loyalty. It says responsibility, relationships, construct, and self-care. So let's pull your tarot and see. What are their intentions and next actions? We've got the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Wands. What are their intentions and next actions? Page of Wands, Four of Swords, King of Wands. This person, there's a lot of holding back here. But we do have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. Two of Cups, the Four of Cups. What are their intentions and next actions? The Six of Cups. The Strength card. Okay, so we've got a change happening. That's good. And we have the Hanged Man. Ace of Wands is at the bottom. Okay, so what's going on here is that we've got a person who's very attracted to you, very drawn to you. There's a lot of very intense energy here, passionate, chemistry, excitement, but there's also resistance here. There's a lot of holding back here and taking time to reflect and think and pause. And it feels like the pause before action, okay? Because the Four of Swords here is about rest, reflection, and it's stillness and meditation. And this is more or less a non-action card, okay? Nothing going on, nothing happening. There's nothing going on in the Hangman energy either. It's just stuck. It's just stuck. However, we've got the Page of Wands here, the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, which are all action, pursuit. And we have the Strength card here, which is good. Because I feel like and also Pisces energy, Pisces and Leo, it kind of looks like this person sees that there's a lot of potential for your connection. They're very attracted to you, very drawn to you. They feel the intensity, they feel the bond, and they feel the connection here. However, right next to that, we got the Four of Wands. The Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups can be when a person is closing themselves off to an opportunity. It can be that the opportunity's right there. And there could certainly be some fears here that this person has. And I like that we have the Strength card here, because the Strength card is about finding inner strength. It's about being brave and courageous and being able to overcome your fears and be strong and, go after something, to be confident in doing so. And so I'm also kind of seeing this progression with the Page, the Knight, up to the King, where this person's actions might also grow from being very immature and playful and casual into letting go of that resistance and growing stronger, braver, more courageous in their attempt to connect with you, okay? And I feel that this person, okay, hold on a second. We're asking, what are their intentions and their next actions? I feel that this person is someone who wants to continue to bond with you. Okay, we do have the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups here. This person might genuinely believe that you are their soulmate. And some of you might be in little to no contact with this person right now. Or there may have even been rejection that you've experienced from this person, or them holding back and resisting. But there really is a very strong desire to connect with you if they haven't already, or if you guys are no contact, for them to reach out and message and communicate with you. Okay? Because they feel the desire to. They want to connect. And for some of you, that might even be reconciling your connection. So as far as their next actions, I do feel like this person will be coming towards you. So those of you where you're no contact with this person right now, their next action could be messaging you, reaching out to you. And I do feel that you might notice that their actions are kind of changing a little bit over time as they grow stronger and more confident in the bond and the connection that you do have. So they could be primarily focused on opening up to you. And even that requires bravery, right? To just be open, be vulnerable, share things with you, open up their heart to you, create that bond and the connection, which I feel like is something that this person is interested in doing. Little bit, like I said, a little bit of resistance here. However, you've got number 44 with loyalty, responsibility, relationships, construct, and self-care. So I feel like in a way, trying to construct, right? What is required for a relationship? It requires, two people to open up with each other, be vulnerable. Communication is important, right? And to work towards building something with someone. And I feel like this person is trying to work on the intention of being more emotionally connected to you, because you might have like the physical and the attraction and the passion there right now. And I feel that, it might be, some of you could be like in a situationship, or even friends with benefits, or just starting to date the person, just starting to connect with them. I do feel like this person ultimately does want to feel more connected to you emotionally, more bonding with you. There may be a little bit of difficulty that's there with the person letting their wall down and opening up, but I feel like this person will be able to overcome it. They are going to have a change of perspective where they surrender into letting you in, okay? I do feel like this person has been or will be, right, working on some self-care here. Maybe the reasons for why they resist, the connection or opening up to you. Some of you, it could very well be a missed opportunity that this person has had with you. And so I do feel like that intention could very well be reaching back out to you. It could have been overlooking you, not seeing the connection that was there. So I do feel like there will be an action here of this person reaching out, messaging, communicating with you. Perhaps some of you reuniting, bonding with you, building an emotional connection. And I kind of feel that this person wants things to kind of just happen easy, not really forcing something to happen between the two of you. But certainly working on building that emotional connection between the two of you, where both of you are able to connect heart to heart, and you're able to really connect in that way, So I want to look at this Four of Cups here. The Empress, Temperance. We've got Taurus, Libra, Sagittarius, Scorpio. We've got Judgment here. Yeah, I do feel like this person is wanting to work on creating more balance and more harmony for your connection. and nurturing it, okay, to see how it develops along. Opening up, moving past their, I'm seeing the Eight of Swords here at the bottom with the World and the Magician. So this person is trying to work on their insecurities here. The intention of trying to overcome the insecurities they have about getting hurt or any self-limiting beliefs, negative thoughts. If this person has been an avoidant, avoiding talking about feelings, avoiding talking about future, this person is working on it, okay? So I do feel like they have the intention of being more open with you, being more loving, more nurturing, more caring, more sharing of their emotions and their feelings to really connect with you on a deeper level. Like I said, I feel like you will notice that your person will change in terms of their level of confidence of the actions that they take. They may go from being super immature with their actions and more or less potentially treating it as something very casual, and then you will see that this person starts to change and starts to grow, where they are really feeling much more confident, much more mature in their actions of actively showing you that they are genuinely interested in building something more solid with you, because I feel like they can see that with you. Perhaps there's been something about your energy that has really shown this person that you are very loving, that you care about them, that you are coming in with this beautiful, balanced, very healing energy. And I feel like this is creating or allowing this person the space to do their own healing and to help them feel secure in that it's safe for them to open up. So I feel like there's something about your energy that just makes this person feel like I could let go of these fears now. I don't have to worry about this happening. I don't have to worry about getting hurt, or that this person is going to betray me, or that this person is going to do XYZ in this connection. And so it may require, this person kind of working through being open to changing their perspective and the way that they look at this. And for those of you where you've been no contact, sometimes it does take the taking a step back from something to see it clearly. Sometimes we're in the middle of something, we don't see what's going on, and not until we step away and really have some time to, receive insight from our own intuition, where we're able to really kind of see something clearly. So I feel that for some of you, there may be renewal here, especially if this is a past, connection, a person that you used to date, or that perhaps you guys are in no contact right now. This person is working on their healing. They're working on overcoming their insecurities. Like I said, there's a lot of being drawn to you and feeling that bond with you. Some of you, this is a past love. Okay, a past love, a past connection. It may even be one that you had when you were younger, like when you were a teenager still, or early 20s, something like that, where you've always had that connection with that person. But it kind of feels like this person is working on closing out that whole cycle, that old chapter of their old life, and, the old belief systems and ways of thinking, and overcoming all of the pain and suffering and insecurities and worrying about that happening again. Where they're able to let stuff go and forgive their past and make peace with it, so that they're really able to be prepared to give to you in the way that I feel like they really want to, and there could be, especially for those of you where this is a person like from young love, like an old connection for you. If you guys parted ways, right, like early in life, they could have gone on to have marriages or other committed relationships that really kind of did a number on their heart and their mind. And so you could be reconnecting with them again now and being like, wow, this person has gone through so much, and they're in the current state where they may not necessarily be, quite as open as they used to be, or quite as nurturing, or quite as loving. So there's definitely a lot of growing I feel like this person is doing, a lot of maturing in terms of their level of confidence of going after what they want and about opening up to love. But I do feel like this person does have these intentions of making that progress. They acknowledge what's going on with inside of themselves. They do see the potential of where your connection could really go and lead to if they would, you know, work up that courage and confidence to be able to open up a little bit more. Like I said, I don't feel like this person, because it kind of, I kind of feel like that, you know, this person is still healing, and there's patience that's required here. Okay, there's patience that's required with this person, and not forcing. Not forcing, and just kind of embodying the energy of love, of compassion, of empathy, of nurturing. This might even be you being vulnerable, you know, you speaking from your heart. And that might even be something that encourages this person to be a little bit more open. Now, that might not happen initially. They might, you know, listen to what you have to say, and then still they might have those fears that are there that block them from being able to speak what they really want to say. So like I said, I feel like patience is required. It does look like this person is actively working on their healing and working on changing and growing as a person, especially if, you know, you came in as the Empress and the person wasn't taking the offer that was there, or they overlooked it, or they missed the opportunity, or they've even made you kind of feel like they're pushing you away and rejecting. I feel like continue to embody, you know, your loving energy, and I feel like you will recognize that the more that you can kind of keep that balanced temperance energy, that it's going to help to create the environment in this connection that's going to provide the sense of safety and security and stability, where this person can be open to changing their perspective on love. Okay? Little bit of work to do though. So next actions, like I said, this could be a person who's, you know, messaging you, contacting you, making the intention here to really bond with you a little bit more deeply and feel more connected to you. Okay, let's see. What are their intentions and next actions towards group 3? Okay, so we have situationship, friends with benefits, non-committal. And for some of you, that might be what this is right now. Okay. Let's see. We have excited to see where things go. So they may not necessarily be ready for commitment just yet. Now, if that's not, you want somebody, if you want somebody who's ready like right now, you know, you have to do what is best for you. If you feel like it's better for you to move on from it, you've got to do that for you. Okay. Oops. We have discontent, unhappy, and bored. What are their intentions and next actions? And this is actually 4 of Cups energy. We have casual dating. What is this? We have thinks you're too needy or clingy, needing space. So again, maybe we don't want to, if you, I don't think all of you do this. Sometimes it happens though. Especially if you're someone who has an anxious attachment style. Sometimes, and I used to have one too, okay? So I get it. I used to also be very clingy, very needy, obsessive, and wanting to hurry and rush things along. And most of the time I was connecting to people who were avoidance. So the more that they would run, the more that I would chase. We also have high hopes for this connection. Can't imagine life without you. Okay. So if they're not quite, if they still have these fears and these insecurities, and you're coming in, right, with Empress energy, just love, right? And they've got all these fears and these insecurities, they might feel like this is overwhelming for them. And really, it's not that you're too much. Okay, I will tell you that. It's not that you're too much. It's more or less that they have difficulty with allowing themselves to receive. Okay? Allowing themselves to receive. We've got casual dating here. What else do I want to look at here? We're going to clarify some of this. High hopes for the connection. Excited to see where things go. doesn't want to lose what you guys have. Okay. Let's pull one more. Sabotaging this connection. And I'm seeing in love with you. Okay. So there's feelings that are there. Like I said, I kind of feel like this person might have some challenging energies to kind of work through here. I mean, look at what we had under here. We had the 8 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords, and I think that was coming out with the World and the Magician. So this person with the Magician energy here, Magician is about focused intention. What are we focusing our thoughts on, right? Our mind on. There's a lot of this negative stuff here. But we have the World. And the World is about completing that cycle, ending that, right? Bringing that to an end. So I do feel, like I said, that this person is actively working on letting go of this energy, because this to me could very well be tied into that Page or even that Knight energy, which is going to be more immature. But we've got this progression here of the Page, the Knight, the King, and the Strength card, which is helping this person to overcome this, to be able to feel stronger and more confident in themselves, and, you know, certainly opening up and bonding and sharing things with you. So some of you, yes, you might be in a situationship or kind of just dating each other, seeing each other casually. And I feel like all the while inside, you know, sometimes we might really feel like we're more open with how we talk to people. We feel more free in saying, I love you, I have feelings for you, I care about you. And if the person has got their own issues going on here, even coming from the Empress, if we're not ready to receive that, we might feel, right, like, ooh, this is making me feel overwhelmed right now. Like, I don't know how to receive this. I don't know how to reciprocate this. And it could just be, you know, like I said, maybe there's some insecurities here. We do have sabotaging, right? Sabotaging this connection. And we have discontent, unhappy, bored. This is the 4 of Cups energy. So more or less, it could be that this person could be, you know, unhappy with themselves because there is actively wanting to change here. The Magician is also about willpower, right? Having the willpower to overcome these types of thoughts. And from sabotaging, you know, where this person does see that there's that bond there, that connection. Like I said, somebody this person sees like you're their soulmate. So can we feel comfortable enough to be able to take this from casual into something more? We have your person, you know, for some of you, being in love with you, high hopes for the connection, excited to see where things go, doesn't want to lose what you guys have, can't imagine life without you, but there's an issue here with that next level, right? And that's where I feel like this person is changing here. Changing from, you know, not receiving, not allowing themselves to receive, into being able to open up to it. And I feel like that's the positive change that's happening. Like I said, I feel like you are going to need some patience with this person. With the discontent and unhappy here too, I feel like they acknowledge, right, what's going on within them. And I feel like they may not be happy with themselves and wanting to actively change and towards, you know, growing, I feel like, as a person. I want to see this here. You know, for people that are avoidance, or people who are afraid of being vulnerable, emotions are uncomfortable for them. Talking about them, seeing other people have them. And so if we are emotional, right, if we are out there with feelings and emotions, sometimes that can make people feel uncomfortable. It can make them feel overwhelmed, scared. Let's see. What is this clingy energy here? What is this about? The Sun. Two of Wands, Ten of Swords, and the Moon. I almost kind of get this feeling, and this kind of, I feel like goes into this person with the negative or self-limiting beliefs here, is that this person is blocking themselves from being happy. From allowing themselves to experience joy, allowing themselves to experience happiness again, even after heartbreak or pain that they may have experienced in their past. Is, you know, you might be somebody who comes in with a very bright, positive, light, optimistic, and if there's someone who's gone through a lot of challenging things, they might be like, this is too good to be true, you know? And I feel like that more or less goes into the person having doubts, you know, with their own insecurities that could be there, irrational fears of not trusting it, you know, like this feels like it's too good to be true. Something's going to happen. Something's going to go wrong, where they don't trust it, you know, and I feel like they know that. They acknowledge that, you know, where they can come in with self-sabotaging, and you might even point that out to them, you know, like, hey, you keep doing this. Why do you keep doing that? You know, I want to see doesn't want to lose what you guys have here. The Devil in reverse. The Queen of Cups. Justice in reverse. And the Devil in reverse. Yeah. This person acknowledges how there are certain behaviors that they might have, things that they say, things that they do, have been treating you unfairly. You know, like taking out certain things on you that might, if they're like projecting, you know, onto you. And I feel like this person acknowledges that you guys, that you care about them so much, and you might love them, and you might have shared, you know, your heart and your feelings, and, you know, being very compassionate towards them and empathetic and nurturing towards them. And I feel like the person doesn't want to lose that because they acknowledge that. But they also know that they can't keep doing things that they've done, you know, in the past with treating you unfairly or projecting, you know, things that they've got going within themselves onto you. They know that, you know, and I feel like there's certainly an energy of wanting to repair that and to do better. But also recognizing that they have to free themselves from that energy. Okay. We've also got Libra and Capricorn, Leo energy here. So I do want to get some advice for you. What is group 3's advice? Communication. Growth. Okay. So this could be your advice here, is maybe working on the ways in which you communicate with this person. We've got trickery here, anticipation, and warning. Okay. Let's see what this is. What's the warning here? The King of Swords. The King of Swords is about honesty, truth, seeing things clearly. So yeah, communication. Maybe some of you guys really need to work on how or what you say. Maybe direct bluntness is needed. Okay, for some of you, to be very clear with this person. I will say that if you are someone who is a little sharp with your words, perhaps this is watching your tone or watching the way in which you say things to this person, because we want the communication between the two of you to help the relationship to grow. And if you are someone who at times, I don't think it's all of you, but sometimes I know some of you are sassy, okay? Or have like a very blunt way, and it could come across as very cold or sometimes rude, even with King of Swords energy. To maybe kind of soften it up a little bit, but also being direct and clear and honest, but maybe kind of watching the tone a little bit or the way in which you say things. So watch your words, what you're saying, how you're saying it, things of that nature that could be super important. It can make a huge difference, you know? What is the warning here? You know, maybe don't be demanding or bossy, authoritative, because the King of Swords is about authority and power. So we want, yes, direct, clear, honest communication, but yeah, I kind of feel like Spirit's saying, watch your words here. We get the Three of Pentacles, which is about collaborating, working with someone. So this could be learning how to communicate with a person to help to build something, right? To help to grow and develop and to bring a sense of closeness. I am seeing the Ace of Cups here at the bottom. So it's being honest, but it's also very loving, okay? Very loving, very nurturing, very compassionate to help to build something with this person. If we're mean, you know, to them and rude, and we've got a tone, then they might not be quite as, you know, like wanting to listen. And hearing you out, okay? Let's see. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Six of Swords. One thing I feel for some of you that you have to watch for too is if I also feel here too that you need to watch this person as well. You know, there's a need for you to be discerning too. That you pay attention to this person's words, to their actions, and what they're doing. Because if you are, right, in a situationship with someone, friends with benefits, and they're non-committal, you also want to make sure that there is actually going to be growth and that things are going to move forward. And if you are someone who is wanting a committed relationship and you're noticing that this person is not taking steps towards building with you, those are red flags that you want to watch out for. Because I feel like Spirit's also not wanting you to get, and I don't think this is for everyone, but Spirit wanting you to not get caught up in an illusion of something tangible here, if in fact it never moves outside of situationship, friends with benefits. You want to show or see that this person is actively showing you that they are committing themselves to making, even if they're baby steps, that it's going in the right direction. There is that progression that's there. And if not, you have to really work. And sometimes it might be a really difficult decision, but sometimes we have to break away from this type of situation so that we're not, you know, especially if you're someone who's really looking for a commitment and you've been involved in a friends with benefits or situationship and it's just not going anywhere. You know, you might be very direct with this person and say, hey, you know, if you don't start taking steps towards building an actual relationship with me, I've got to go. And that might be the blunt truth, because if this person's right, doesn't want to lose what you have, okay, well, are you willing to fight for it? Are you willing to take steps towards, you know, showing me that you're committed to actually building something with me, because I don't want to stay in this forever, right? So that's where you want to pay attention to what they're saying, what they're doing. Does it align? And if not, don't let yourself get caught up in an illusion. And if they're saying, okay, well, I don't want to lose you, perhaps that is you setting a boundary. And if there's no action, take a step back, cut them off, and then see what happens. If they're going to say, you know, I don't want to lose you, let's work on this and let's work towards relationship here, or they just won't, you know, they won't do it. they won't. And then you know where you stand. You know that maybe it's better for you to move on from the situation. Okay. I do also want to look at anticipation here. The Lovers, yeah. Because I feel for some of you, you could be waiting for a relationship, commitment, connection with this person. And you might get disappointed, you know, if this person is not showing you that they are taking steps. So that's where I feel like don't let yourself get deceived. Make sure that there's actual tangible results with them showing to you, and be clear about what you want. I don't want the situationship. I don't want the friends with benefits. I want a commitment. I want a relationship. Be honest about that, right? Direct, clear, in your power, expressing your desires. But again, coming from a place of love, don't be rude, okay? Don't be too sassy and, you know, if you don't do this right now, then I'm going to leave and stuff like that. But just tell them, hey, this is what I'm looking for. And I noticed that we're in this situation. We've been in this situationship for, let's just say, 2 years, and nothing's changed. I like you. I care about you. I love you. I want to see this progress into something further. But if you're not interested in that, then I feel like it's time for me to step away. That is you also having respect for yourself. It's loving yourself. It's putting yourself first and not letting go of what your desires are, not lowering your standards, right? And what your desires are. And if they are not willing to meet you, then they're not the one, right? You want to be able to keep those standards high and not let go of what it is you truly desire to take less than what you're deserving of. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave this here for you, group 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.